Hi, welcome back to Pyjama Yoga Club. If we haven't met before, my name's Jess and I do things a little bit different. So I roll out of bed in my pyjamas and I teach a beautiful community of women who do exactly the same. So it's actually before class right now. So we start our class at 6:30 a.m. It's about 5 to 6 and I thought this is a perfect time just to take a moment and share with you a short practice, something that you can do any time of day, and you don't need any equipment for this. However, I love to sit on a block, so I'm seated on a block and I also have a blanket for extra comfort. You could sit on a cushion, you could do this seated in a chair as well. And to start our practice today, I want to share with you how we start our practice every morning, which is with gratitude. So when you come onto the mat, your yoga practice is not just about the body. So take a moment and I want you to think of something that you're grateful for. So I write this down every morning and I put it into my bowl of gratitude, which is such a beautiful thing to have in your home. So it's just filled with amazing energy. So I'm going to take a moment, write down the thing I'm grateful for, and then really feel it. So try to think it first and then try to feel it. And we all have something to be grateful for. It may be something really small, but I'm sure you can find something or someone that you're grateful for today. Gratitude is a really powerful practice and you can do it first thing in the morning, last thing at night. It takes less than a minute. You could do it in less than 30 seconds, but it's such a wonderful way to start your day. So today's practice is going to be a short seated flow. And as I said, you could be sitting in a chair, but you want to make sure that you're sitting nice and tall. So whatever you're using, make sure you can sit up tall, and we're going to be moving with the breath. So if you don't already know Ujjayi breath, I would recommend watching the Ujjayi breath video, because then you can really feel into that movement and you start to connect a little bit more deeply with that flow of your breath and your pace. So let's take a moment to ground ourselves, arrive in your space. You might want to close down your eyes or just drop the gaze. Maybe bring your hands to heart center, or one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly, and start to become more aware of your breath. Notice the flow, the pace, and try not to be too pushy. You don't need to extend the breath. And taking a moment to think about how you're meeting yourself on the mat today, what it is that you need. And I'll invite you to set an intention for your practice. And that does not have to be complicated. You might be just needing that space. So saying, look, I'm going to be present. My intention is to be present for this next few minutes. My intention is to slow down, or to be more aware of my breath, or just to move my body mindfully. Whatever it is you need, set that intention now. Draw that into heart space. And whenever you've set your intention, then lifting the gaze or opening the eyes, taking the arms down long. And we're going to find length from shoulders to fingertips and from the base of your spine all the way up through your crown. So rather than looking up, you're going to lift your crown up towards the ceiling. So create as much space as you can with each inhale, getting a little bit taller. And exhale, you find the softness. So let's start to move with the breath. On your inhale, lift the hands up high, shoulders stay away from the ears, and your crown lifts. So find that length. On your exhale, the hands come down to the shoulders. You're going to push away as if you're pushing walls away from you, and drop the chin to the chest. On your inhale, rise and reach up. You can take the gaze up. And as you exhale now, we fold forward. Drop the hands down in front of you and release your body in towards the ground. Second round, you're inhaling to rise, keeping the gaze forward and lifting the crown. Exhale, fingertips to shoulders, and then we push away. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, fingertips come up towards the sky. You can take the gaze up. Exhale to fold. Release everything forward. We're going to do 2 more rounds. Find your pace. So inhale in to lift and lengthen. Exhale in to release. And then drop the chin as you push away. Inhale is always our lengthening breath, creating more space. Exhale, fold in, softening. We've got 1 more round. And quite quickly you'll notice that you start to remember the sequence, the flow. So releasing on the exhale, push away, drop the chin. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up. Exhale to fold. This time on our last round, we're just going to sink into that fold. So come down as deep as you feel comfortable. Try not to lift off the ground, so make sure that you're still seated. And just relax everything down. You might be on the hands or on the forearms. If you're really flexible, you might be into the forehead. Either way, we're just allowing ourselves that softness. Don't have any expectation of where you land here, just enjoy the stretch. Notice where you feel that. Where's that sensation? Breathe into it. Ensure the breath is still flowing. And when you're ready to release, just gently walk yourself back to seated. Come back to a nice long spine. Maybe give the shoulders a gentle roll. And that is our practice for today. So let's take a moment, bring hands back to heart center, give thanks for breath and body and for the space and the time that we've been able to share today. Your practice does not have to be complicated, it doesn't have to take a long time, but it can be really powerful. So thank you for joining me on the mat today, and please do subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I'd love to teach you some more gentle yoga so that you feel ready at some point to join a class yourself. This is a confidence building opportunity, so if you're not ready to join a class, come along, join me for some more poses, some more short flows, and soon enough you'll be ready to go along to a class, I'm sure. So thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you again very soon on the mat. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.